Yo, what's going on, traders? So this is a weekly outlook video for Thanksgiving week, and starting on the 24th Monday. And I talked about it in last week's weekly outlook video. Typically, now it's normal for Wednesday afternoon, the 27th. The volatility in the market's gonna just fall off a cliff, and the 28th bank holiday here in the United States. That doesn't mean there won't be some minor moves, maybe during UK session, London session. But for the most part, man, it's going to be a pretty illiquid market. So keep that in mind. If you're trading, you're not going to see any big 100 pip moves. And it'd be very, I would say, in and out. Spreads are going to be higher. That's something to keep in mind. But however, Friday is kind of a toss up. There's been some years you have Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, and then Friday, a big move happens. Why? Because it's at the end of the month, and a lot of banks, hedge funds, etc., are closing up their books not just for Thanksgiving, but we have the end of the year in December, obviously, right? So something to keep in mind in terms of data. It's pretty quiet, although Wednesday we do have the FOMC meeting minutes, right? So could be a market mover. We have GDP numbers on Wednesday, and it's the Wednesday right before the Thanksgiving break. So we could see some big moves now potentially, or just going to be dead. So and a lot of like traps. So keep that in mind. But Tuesday is a big day for New Zealand NZD. We got the RB&Z monetary policy, and New Zealand's been making some interesting moves. So if we pull up our charts here, first of all, I'll talk about dollar CAD. I've been scalping this week. I'm shooting this on Friday, and I was in this trade from this pullback here down, and actually just re-entered. And now the question is are we going to see dollar weakness to continue? I don't really think so, right? So I think we're just seeing some bigger pullbacks in the market right now because look at Euro USD here, right? This is the election. Move the drawing tool. This is the election here, and from November 5th, 500 pips. I didn't get in that. I got in, GU for like 60, 70 pips. So kind of frustrated with myself for that, but that's okay. So with such a big move here, eventually we're going to see some of these pairs come back, which I've been talking about for like the past week and a half. Now, if you can see, from GU as well, another 500 pips. So the way I like to trade, and I think the best way to trade, is to establish a bias. Say there's a big event like U.S. election, Trump getting elected. It's you're not going to see too many more. You're going to see an event like that maybe once a year. But regardless, establishing a bias with what's going on with a specific currency, and then trading around that bias, right? So now myself, we have this dollar strength going on, but I'm looking for pullbacks on the dollar. So this is why I'm in dollar CAD here, looking for us to just pull back a little bit further, and then potentially reestablishing some longs, right? So now talking about New Zealand dollar, big move to the downside. New Zealand yen, kind of in a range here. I know that because this is how I'm using my 200 and envelopes. New Zealand CAD, big move here. Big move. So New Zealand's has shown a lot of weakness, and a great tool to measure New Zealand's strength is Aussie New Zealand. I like Aussie New Zealand to do that because you have two very, very similar pairs, right? So you're not going to see, if one's super weak like this, in this case Aussie's rallying really hard, then you're going to see, okay, well, New Zealand is New Zealand's weak because you don't have the influence of what's happening with, say, the dollar as an example. So it'll be interesting to see on this upcoming week here if the RBNZ is going to even affect some of this New Zealand Kiwi weakness, or if it's just going to give it jet fuel for some of these pairs to keep on moving, right? So pound New Zealand, not so much going on. Euro New Zealand, of course, we're seeing a lot of weakness with with these, like the euro, pound, especially in light of what's happened in the recent election, right? So now, last but not least, we'll take a look at the dollar index. So this is showing us not just dollar strength, but really like euro weakness, pound weakness. Those are some of the biggest components of the index itself. So showing us here that the dollar is super strong. However, gold here is an example. I just want to see this on the daily. What's this looking like? Gold here is an example. We're starting to pull back, but it's been a huge rally. So I think so this is showing some dollar strength here, but I think a big component of this gold rally is, what just happened with Ukraine lobbing U.S. missiles into Russia, and that creates a lot of risk off and unsteadiness, uncertainty, and then boom, gold pushes up. So we're starting to see a pullback here, and we'll see if the dollar pulls back anymore. Take a look at dollar Swiss, like the pound, Swiss pairs just took a dive. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out going into next week, Thanksgiving week, holiday week. So just expect Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to be super volatile and the trading to be condensed into those 3 days, maybe Friday. So we also have our Black Friday deals going on right now. It is absolutely crazy. You're not going to find anything else like this. And another one from, I think we have the best deals out there right now. I've looked around, we did a research, and I think we're absolutely crushing it in terms of, Black Friday offer. But take advantage of this because it's not going to be around. We're not going to do a promo like this until maybe our 2-year anniversary or next Black Friday. So don't miss out. Let's make it happen. You can get dialed in with that on our web page, top1trader.com. Let's have a great week, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.